Thank you for tuning in. I'm Wendy White, and I'm here with Justin White,
Hi.
my first husband.
What?
What?
What's that supposed to mean? Is there going to be a second one?
No.
Better not be.
No, absolutely not. But we thought we would talk to you a little bit about our upcoming plans. We have a road trip coming up for what?
PRI.
I know, but it's going to be like 2 weeks worth of traveling.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. Which typically the holidays kind of go like that anyways.
Right. It's going to be a very busy month for us. I'm ahead to Houston in 2 days. I'll be there for 2.5 days. Then I'm going to drive from there to New Orleans. I was going to drive my Escalade with the CTS-V on the back because it's finally finished, and we're going to do a little bit of tinkering on it and take it to Cadillac Attack beginning of February.
Tinkering.
Yeah,
it's
tinkering.
Got 36,000 miles on that motor. It needs a little more than tinkering, but
we're only going to tinker with it before we bring it here and actually work on it. So I'm going to pick it up, drive over to New Orleans, pick the rest of my family up, and then Justin and I are going to head to Indianapolis. It's going to be a very long drive.
Very cold.
Oh.
Very cold. Not ready. We've been used to this nice 85, 90 degree weather. And I looked at the report, it said 15. I don't know what that feels like, but I'm not ready for it.
I'm going to die. That's going to kill me. 100%.
So, we will be at PRI doing some podcasting. We want to go talk to a lot of people. We've set up a couple interviews already with some really cool companies, some really cool people. We want to kind of expand it. So we're not only doing, I guess it's all automotive, but it's not just businesses, it's people, it's just anybody interesting to talk to, really. That's kind of what we're looking for. So we have a couple of those set up. We're going to spin there. We're going to hit a couple of the learning classes, see if I can't learn a thing or two, and then get on the road. May hit a few stops on the way back, kind of grab some lunch with some people, hang out, and then we have a really big podcast coming up on the way home, which we will release who that is when it's time.
A little closer to
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
So
give y'all something to look forward to.
That's kind of the plans in a nutshell. If you have anybody that you think is interesting or you kind of want to hear from, drop it in the comments. Tell us who you want us to talk to. Ask us what you want us to ask them. You know, what do you want to talk about? What do you want them to talk about?
Yeah, if you have any certain questions that you are dying to know from any of these people that you want us to interview or that you see that we're going to interview, we were more than happy to answer these questions or at least ask these questions to anyone that y'all want to hear from.
Yeah, because I mean, this podcast is about you.
Right. We're here. We want to still spread as much information as we can, but we also need to know what y'all would like to know as well.
We will be coming out with some really cool people, really cool interviews. I think they're going to do really well, but it's up to you guys to share them and get them around.
Right. All I'm thinking about now is getting my car.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that. It's been a long time.
For people that don't know the car.
So I have a 2009 CTS-V. It is twin turbo. Well, is it a built motor?
It has a built motor.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's rods and pistons.
I don't remember anymore because I've had it for so long. I've had it for right about 6 years. I got it and had Fallon out at the same time, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I've had it for about 6 years. It's been twin turbo from the jump. It's usually made somewhere around 1,400 horsepower. Very consistent, very fast, very fun. I have a few plans coming up with it. There's some things in the motor we got to go over just because we've had this car for so long. And I literally do not let Justin touch it unless it is really messed. Like if something happens, and nothing has happened, so.
Because if not, I touch it and it breaks.
Right. So he doesn't touch it. I'm one of those, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Let it be, and I just beat it to death.
And if you're curious how long the BTR 660 springs go for, 36,000 miles so far. So not that I'm condoning that or that Brian condones that, just that they haven't failed yet, but they will be swapped out before we make it to Cadillac Attack, which is where we will debut the
10L90 swap.
So yeah, so we put a 10L90 in it, and we're kind of doing the break-in miles. I want to make sure I get some miles on the transmission before we really put some power to it. We don't plan on really turning it up too much. We will at least run in the 8s with it, and then it will be going to Jacksonville to be shipped to Puerto Rico. We're going to try to go just kind of get it in the 8s, just get some passes in, let people ride around in the car, maybe feel what the 10-speed feels like. I know, but people want to see what it looks like. You know, she'll have to drive it. No big deal. But basically, we want to show what the 10L90 can do. We think it's a really potent transmission. I've made 1,600-ish through them so far. Quite a few cars make it 1,100 through stock ones. So it's definitely a power plant that's I think it's gonna take the abuse. We showed with the 6L90 with her car, went 850s at 165 at full weight, full interior, full everything. Then we did it again with my car that made 1,700 horsepower, made 840s, letting off about 900 feet in.
Yeah,
so we showed the potential of the 6L when nobody believed in it, which now the 6L is doing way better, I think. You know, they've already been in the 7s with it. So we want to show what the 10-speed can do. I have a lot of belief in it. I think it's going to do great. Sean Hamilton did the swap. It was, he actually did the install, build the transmission and all that with Tim King. So I've got a lot of faith behind it. I think it's going to do great. It drives like a normal car, just a lot more efficient, a lot better. The car's still super heavy, but the shifts are lightning quick. And like I said, it'll be there, then it's going to come to the island, and then it's going to be a half-mile monster.
Yeah, I'm going to sort it out. We will see how much abuse it can take, because I am very hard on my car. There is not a time that I drive it where it doesn't see as much boost as it can make.
Yeah. And it's been on 28 pounds of boost pretty much for its life, for the 30-something thousand miles. Right.
Constantly.
So I don't know what magic Rolly put in that motor, but it is one to be studied.
There's a running joke in our house that when anything happens to it, or if I just decide to upgrade at some point, that it's just going to go in a glass case and we're going to keep it forever. Because
it is a stock LSA block, stock ported LSA heads with some ARP 625 age studs, and making 1,400 wheel in a 4,400 pound car. So I don't know how it's lived that long, but it's doing fantastic. So we're going to continue that journey with it. And we changed out to Zona rotor turbos, which should make a lot more power. We haven't been able to really turn those up yet, but we do have nitrous to help that too.
Yeah, it's never had nitrous, so I'm excited about that.
So
that'll be something fun for me now.
Are you gonna let the button go after the boost comes in, or just run it out the back?
Run it out the back.
Yeah. So
I'm taking notes from Tony. I'm running that shit all the way down.
Thanks a lot, Tony. Speaking of, Tony can build the new motor. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Right. We're going to see what happens. I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited to bring it to Cadillac Attack. I brought it last year, didn't really do anything with it, raced his car. This time I'm going to drive it there, race it, and race your car. It's going to be a busy time. Are you going to race your car?
Nope. I'll watch from the sidelines.
I like it.
I like this part.
I know. And I like chopping heads off at the tree, so we'll have a good time.
Good luck to all of you.
But it'll stay there in Florida at that point and hopefully immediately ship out.
Yeah, if not, I think we'll have to get with David Umpleby and he'll have to babysit it like he did the Mustang. Take it to the port for us.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll enjoy that.
Poor guy. Sorry, David. David's a true trooper.
He is a trooper.
But outside of that, that's kind of our plans for the next few weeks. And then we will end up, I'm sure, back in Houston before we come back to the island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot. It's a lot going on in those next 2 months for sure. And we will be home maybe like 2 or 3 weekends at a time. I mean, like for the whole time.
I know. We're going to miss home.
I'm going to freeze to death. I'm going to hate it. I've been home once in the last, 7 months?
But boost weather.
Yeah.
At some point, we may pull the C7 back out of the storage and take it for a ride, maybe. It will be at Cadillac Tech as well, so be ready. I don't know if anybody remembers it last year. She was chopping heads off with it pretty consistently.
Yeah, it's been a while though. I'm in practice right before we go.
So,
but I mean, once I got it, so
that's a fact.
So
that's a fact. So that's pretty much it. And then, just help us, help you, help everybody. Let's get this podcast spread out, help other people. That's what this is all about. This is all about getting the information out there. Stop gatekeeping everything. You know, whatever we do, we've always been very open about it. Any mods done to our cars is always published. Everything, anytime somebody's asked me, I've given the information out, and I will continue to do so. I may not freely post it anymore. I do have my own Facebook Messenger group, Justin White Tune Family. If you're not in there, send us a message. We'll get you added. It's a community to help everybody. No bashing, no BS. Just everybody working together to kind of have a common goal for everybody to enjoy their cars. So same thing with the podcast. We want to get people on here that are willing to give out the information, that are willing to talk, tell us where they came from, show how everybody in the community is really intermingled, and you know, let's go from there. Let's try to help everybody out. Share, like, subscribe, do the thing, click the bell. You know, you got it.
So for the spots, just so that you have a nice little list, I'll be in Houston, which I mean, I'm not going to do any of this there, so I won't have you with me. We'll be in New Orleans for a day, so we won't do anything there. We'll be headed to Indianapolis. Then we're going to go straight up to Indianapolis from Gulfport, Mississippi. Then we're going to take a little detour west-ish on the way back down so that we know. I'll post the actual map route of where we're going if you know anyone along the route. And then after that, it'll be Orlando. And that's it, right?
No, I will be going to Detroit Auto Show in middle of January for my birthday.
Okay, we're one of that, yeah.
Yep, the Detroit Auto Show. We're going to go up there, hang out with Ed from Vet Lab, Matt, the master of all connections, just a bunch of cool people that are going to be there. And then we'll obviously do a little bit of podcasting there as well because we like to intermingle. And then towards the end of January, I will be going to California.
What part of California?
So don't make me mess this up.
Well, South California, right? SoCal.
Is it? Is it SoCal?
I'm not sure, so I don't even know where you're going.
Boy, it is. Yes, it is.
I don't see why it would be north. So
Anyway,
probably,
it's south. It's not north.
Yeah.
It's for sure not north. We will post up where we're going, when we're going. The days will be there. If you're in SoCal, you want to get tuned, or you know somebody in there that wants to have, get on the podcast, shoot the shit, let's talk, hit me up, let me know. We will be swinging by more than likely to IPSI to talk to our buddy Mike, and then a couple others in the area. So if you want to add into that list, tuning or podcasting, just holler at us, let us know.
Shops, friends, people with cool cars, we're down to see it all. Even if it's not cars, they got cool boats, I don't know, airplanes. I know they do cars and copters there. I've always wanted to go, so anything cool, we're down to talk about it.
Yeah. Anything that interests you guys, just pop it in the comments. Let us know. Let us know what you want to hear about, because that's kind of what we're doing this for. We are lucky and blessed enough that our career allows us the time to travel and to tune and do everything on the go. So that's why we thought this was a good idea, because we can do both of them from anywhere in the world.
And if you don't send us questions that you want to know, you're only going to hear the questions that I want to know. So
pretty much.
And I promise you they're not nearly as interesting as what you could be learning. So.
True. All right. Well, that about wraps it up. Take us home.
I forgot what our outro. I have a job for you. Come here.
Since you wanted to be here anyways. The beautiful Fast Fallon.
Tune in to our next video.